Welcome back to another weekly grocery haul. I did pick up a bit of extra produce because the street market stall that I usually go to, they're going away for 2 weeks around the holidays. So I picked up a bit extra, like onions and stuff that keeps longer, but we'll just get to that. So produce-wise, I got some grapes for a snack. My nephew likes these purple grapes or red grapes. Those are his favorite, so I picked them up for him. I have some parsnips. I'm going to use some of them together with the rainbow carrots over here for a Christmas dinner. And I have some of those baby potatoes. I might use those for Christmas dinner, or I'm going to use these halved potatoes in rosemary. So one of those is going to go for Christmas, and the other I'll have with a different meal. Um, some carrots for some hummus with crudités, for some vegan lentil tacos, etc. And again, I have enough just in case because the regular produce stand is not going to be there next week. Tomatoes for a roasted salsa, some peppers for things like the hummus with crudités. So that's why I have different colors. I'm going to use two of these smaller peppers for the roasted salsa. And I bought a whole bunch of jalapenos. Those are going to go in the roasted salsa as well. Those are the rainbow carrots that I mentioned. So that's white or yellow, orange, purple, all different kinds of carrot. Fun fact, carrots used to not be orange. They used to be red, purple, yellow, etc. And the orange ones were bred by the Dutch because the House of Orange. So, fun fact. Cilantro for the roasted salsa. Some broccolini for one or two meals this week. Out of garlic, so I picked up a whole bunch, and again, I picked up a lot, just have extra, because not only is the produce stand I go to usually not there for the next 2 weeks, the Middle Eastern market where I also get some of my produce, they're going to close next week, I think, because they're moving. So again, just make sure I have enough, and that's also why I have extra onions, just to have on hand, and they had some white onions, so don't know what I'm going to use those yet for, but I don't see them very often, so I picked up some white onions. And then some apples for snacking, and some Persian cucumbers over there for things like my crudités with my hummus, etc. So I think that's all the produce. That came to 27 euros and 93 cents this week. So, but some of it will last me more than the week. Then I have a little bit of meat and dairy. I have some ham and some roasted chicken breasts, slices for bread. I only have one because I normally only eat bread on Sunday, because during the week I mostly eat low carb keto friendly lunches. But for Christmas and the day after Christmas especially, I'm gonna have some leftovers for lunch. So I have some rolls and stuff with that. So I wanted to have some extra toppings. And on sale they had these French cheeses, so I picked up one of those. Some hummus to go with my crudités for Meatless Monday, and then I have a pork roast that I'm gonna use on Wednesday with some risotto, and whatever I have left, I'll have for my leftover day, the day after Christmas. So, and for Christmas itself, by the way, I have a whole chicken in the freezer that I'm gonna roast, but I already bought that previously when I went to the butcher. So, yeah, that was all the meat and dairy. That came to 17 euros and 1 cent. And then we have everything else. I did buy some Coke Zero, 2 liter. Those were on sale. And that's nice to have around Christmas and stuff for Christmas dinner. Fun fact, Coke Zero is my drink of choice. Whether it's regular or cherry or lemon, whatever. I usually have Coke Zero. Some chips for the week. I got some Pringles. These are sweet and sticky wing flavor. Then for dinner tonight, my nephew picked some fries. These are the crinkly kind for the air fryer, and some snacks that I'm gonna throw in the air fryer. So like some chicken nuggets, some little frikandel, which is like a sausage kind of thing, and a bitterball, which is like a thick gravy coated in breadcrumbs and deep fried. So we're just gonna have a snacky thing tonight. And then for Friday, Fish Friday, I'm gonna have some salmon and puff pastry with some broccoli or the broccolini or whatever else I still have in the fridge. I still have some green beans too, I think. So we'll just see about that. Then I have some sambal, which is like a chili paste because I ran out. So that's just ground up chilies. Use that as a condiment. Yeah, some barbecue sauce because I ran out and was on sale this week. Some ravigot sauce, so like a garlicky kind of sauce for seafood because that is also out of. I was out and it was on sale, so I picked that up. I'm almost out of black pepper, so I picked up some of that, and together with some Himalayan sea salt. I'm almost out of that. What you see in my salt grinder there is the last I have, so I picked up another one of those. My 2 bars of chocolate for the week, just some hazelnut, the milk chocolate. Then for Christmas, for brunch, I have some crescent rolls, croissants. And then for lunch, or for leftovers next day, I have some of these rolls. And then some bagels for lunch tomorrow to go with my ham or my chicken breast. And then for lunch today, my nephew picked some pain au chocolat. And I have a ham and cheese croissant and sausage rolls, and he also has a donut. So all of that came to 25 euros and 11 cents, which makes the grand total for this week 70 euros and 5 cents, and converted into US dollars, that is $82 and 1 cent. Now, if you like this kind of content, I do this every single Saturday, and if you'd like to see what I do with all of this, every Sunday I do a Sunday prep day video where I prep for the week, so that means cutting all my vegetables and making things that take a bit of time, like I'll make the roasted salsa, I'll also make some compound butter tomorrow, things like that. And if you want to see what I ultimately eat, you can check out my Instagram where I post every single meal, or you can check out the video that I post about once a month on here where I show you everything I eat in a day for a whole week. So if that all sounds good to you, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye for now.
Thanks for watching. Bye.